Salve omnes, this is Amelia, also known as TheMartianGeek, and welcome back to another episode of Super Mario Bros. 3. In the last episode, we tackled the first half of World 1, and now it's time for the second half, starting with our first fortress stage. Ominous music, lava, podoboos, yeah, looks like a fortress stage. This game doesn't really have castles, exactly. It has airships, also Rotodisc. Pretty sure this is the only game these things ever showed up in. And another Rotodisc. And let's take the leaf, why not? Now, there's actually a secret in this room, but I'm not going to be getting it right now. I'll show that off in a... well, not in a bit, but at some point. But now we're in a room with a moving spiked ceiling. And notice how it's actually on the same layer as the main foreground. I suppose that's a carryover from the NES version where there only was one background layer. But anyway, time to face the boss, Boom Boom. He's kind of pathetic because of that. As soon as he becomes unspiked, you can just jump on him once again. And just keep doing that until he dies because he takes only 3 hits and, well, pretty much I guess every boss in this game except the last takes only 3 hits. But yeah, Boom Boom is kind of pathetic. He's actually the boss of every fortress in this game as well. And because we passed 80,000 points, I think that's the mark, we actually get a special bonus game. This is the Spade card minigame. Flip over any 2 cards and see if they match. Miss twice and you're out, and they used the wrong "you're" there. Now, there are specific patterns to these cards, but I don't have any of them memorized. The only thing I know for sure is that these bottom 3 are always the same. This one is always a mushroom, this is always a flower, and this is always a star. So that can be helpful. Wish I'd known that as a kid. And naturally, the first one I pick is not any of those. Basically, you have coin amounts of 10 and 20, you have 1-ups, and you have mushrooms, flowers, and stars. Also, I've noticed that this one tends to be a flower pretty often too, and this tends to be a star a lot. Ah, well, at least I know where the other 20 coin one is. That was a very unproductive Spade game. But yeah, now we get another mushroom. Or now we have another mushroom. Also, can I just say, the overworld music in Super Mario Bros. 3 is better than Super Mario World's. It has more personality to it, I think. But anyway, time for 1-5 and time for our first underground level. And yeah, it reuses the music from Super Mario Bros. 1. Sigh. It actually was different in the NES versions of the game. But, oh yeah, and we have another Coin Heaven bonus room here. But yeah, in the Super Mario All-Stars version, Super Mario Bros. 1 and 3 have the exact same underground music. Super Mario Bros. 3 was reusing underground level music before it was cool, I guess. Considering that pretty much every single modern Mario game seems to use the Super Mario Bros. 1 underground music now. Which still irks me. But yeah, we come out of that pipe there. I remember when I was a kid, I used to keep thinking that you could go up that pipe and wondering why it wasn't doing anything and what it was there for. And wait a minute, can we actually go in here again? Oh, we can, but the coins are gone. So there's not much point in doing so, but at least I got to show that, I suppose. Item memory. Question is... okay, that's gone too. Want coins? Yes! Got all the coins. I actually didn't know that you could do that. And now that I think about it, Super Mario World doesn't use item memory for its item blocks. At least I don't think it does. It doesn't turn into a use block if you come back into the level. Anyway, time to take the lower path now, and ignoring that buzzy beetle. Pointless little pools of water, and there's a fire flower in here, and since we didn't really get to do much with the fire flower last time because all the enemies were immune to it, let's show off this, I suppose. I mean, it's a fire flower in a Mario game. You know how it works. But still. Basically, you shoot fireballs. You can have up to 2 of them on the screen at a time. They bounce, and they destroy enemies for you. Also, they're kind of overpowered. You know, people always talk about how overpowered things like the cape are, but honestly, in my opinion, pretty much every power-up in Mario games is overpowered. Just because of how easily it can get rid of enemies. So, 2 stars. Let's hope that keeps up for 1/6. And yeah, that level was pretty short too. Super Mario Bros. 3 does have a large number of levels, but not much in level length. Still though, this game has 85 levels, which has not been equaled or surpassed by any game since, or any Mario game anyway, depending on how you count the levels in Super Mario World. Yeah, when a game from 2012 has fewer levels than a game made in 1988 and worse physics than one from 1990, that's kind of sad. But there's a 1 up there in any case. I haven't said anything about 1/6 yet, so I will merely state that, okay, that's not working. This, as you may have surmised, is an athletic level. Not auto-scrolling this time, fortunately. And I believe there's actually something up here, maybe? No. Oh, hey, there is. Yay, my butt can fly some more. Flying butt of destiny. You know, doom is not the only word that you can put at the end of things to make it sound more dramatic. Destiny also works, and justice. Or better yet, great justice. But anyway, line-guided platforms for the first time. Actually, I guess that's the only line-guided platform in this. Well, no, never mind. Okay, game, make a liar out of me. And yay! 3 stars for 5 lives. And since you can't farm lives in Super Mario Bros. 3, you probably want all the lives you can get. Also, this is a Hammer Brother battle. Well, a brother battle in any case. In later worlds, there are things besides Hammer Brothers. But basically, you have a roaming enemy on the map, and if you come into contact with it, it automatically throws you into that battle stage. And if you manage to defeat all the enemies, then that treasure chest spawns and gives you an item. So that one gave us a star. And speaking of items, we have another mushroom house here. Pick a box, its contents will help you on your way. How about the third one? Fire flower, that works. So I'm up to 5 items so far, and it'll be 6 after I beat this castle here. You can only hold 28 items in your inventory. Yeah, 28 total. But we don't have to worry much about that right now. Oh, it's terrible! The king has been transformed! Please find the magic wand so we can change him back. Yeah, sorry sir, but your king seems to have been turned into a Cobrat. Yeah, and I guess the kings were actually turned into different things in the original NES version of the game. But in any case, it's time for our first airship stage. The airships are what end worlds in this game. We don't have castles, like I mentioned before. And generally, these are filled to the rim with bullets, and they always auto-scroll, which is always nice. Also, this question mark gives you a fire flower, and it is completely useless in this stage aside from giving you an extra hit, which I already have with the cat suit, or raccoon suit, I mean. You know, I always used to think it was a cat suit, too. But yeah, we're almost at the end here. You can always tell when you're coming up on the end because you see these poles and stuff. And here's our pipe leading to the boss. And yes, this stage was short, too. This is by far the shortest of the airship stages, but it is the first one. Now it's time to face Larry Koopa. He's hairy, he's scary, he's Larry! Let him show off a little bit of what he can do, but for the most part he kind of falls to the same trap as Boom Boom, in that as soon as he recovers from you jumping on him once, you can just do it again. But now we have the first of the 7 magic wands. And dramatic screen flash, and suddenly we're falling through the sky. Mario, you jumped off the airship! You crazy fool. Really, he should have just taken the airship and commandeered it for the Mushroom Kingdom's purposes. But in any case, our king is now human, or at least humanoid again. Oh, thank heavens, I'm back to my old self again. Thank you so much. Here's a letter from the princess. Hello there, Princess Toadstool. Why do you spell your last name with a lowercase t? Greetings. If you see any ghosts, be careful. They will give chase if you turn away. I have enclosed a jewel that helps protect you. Princess Toadstool. Yeah, at the end of each world, well, except the last, of course, you get a letter from the princess, and she gives you a tip about future or past levels. Like in this case, she's telling us about ghosts, or boos, and we haven't seen any of those yet, but we will in the next world. And she also gives you an item, in this case, a P-Wing. So with that, World 1 is done, and we're on to World 2, which obviously has a desert theme. But we'll worry about that one next time. So, I'll see you then.